Cinderella's Magical Night. Once upon a time, in a grand kingdom, there lived a kind and gentle young girl named Cinderella. She had a heart full of warmth and compassion, but lived a life of hardship. After the untimely passing of her parents, she was left in the care of her wicked stepmother and two jealous stepsisters, Anastasia and Drizella. Cinderella was forced to become the family servant, cleaning, cooking, and tending to every need. Her stepsisters made her life miserable, always mocking her and giving her more chores than she could handle. But despite her hardships, Cinderella remained hopeful and kind. One day, an invitation arrived at the house. The royal palace was hosting a grand ball, and every maiden in the kingdom was invited. Cinderella's heart swelled with excitement, but her stepmother and stepsisters had no intention of letting her attend. As the day of the ball drew near, Cinderella's stepsisters were busy selecting their gowns and jewelry, leaving her with piles of chores. In her room, tears welled up in Cinderella's eyes as she watched her dreams slipping away. Just when she thought all hope was lost, a shimmering light appeared in her room. It was her fairy godmother, a kind and magical woman who had watched over her. With a wave of her wand, she transformed Cinderella's tattered rags into a beautiful gown and her worn-out shoes into sparkling glass slippers. But there was a catch. The magic would only last until midnight. Cinderella was overjoyed and set off for the royal ball. As she arrived, she caught the eye of everyone in the room, including the handsome prince. For Cinderella, it was a night of enchantment and happiness. She danced with the prince, and they talked and laughed as if they had known each other forever. But as the clock struck midnight, she remembered her fairy godmother's warning and hurriedly left, leaving behind one of her glass slippers. The next day, the prince searched the entire kingdom for the owner of the glass slipper. When he arrived at Cinderella's house, her stepsisters tried to fit into the slipper, but it was too small for them. Cinderella's stepmother locked her in her room, hoping to keep her hidden. However, the loyal mice and birds in Cinderella's room came to her rescue, and together they managed to deliver the glass slipper to the prince. When Cinderella tried on the slipper, it fit perfectly. The prince knew he had found his true love, and Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters watched in shock as Cinderella was whisked away to the palace. Cinderella and the prince were married in a grand ceremony, and she forgave her stepmother and stepsisters for their past cruelty. Her kindness had triumphed, and she had found true love. The moral of the story is that goodness, kindness, and hope can overcome even the most difficult circumstances, and true love sees beyond appearances. And so, Cinderella and the prince lived happily ever after, proof that dreams really do come true,